Alright, paragraph 2, line number 2. Yeah, okay. Passengers with children in their party are informed that there is a special section in the restaurant with kids' food and a play area. So section, what does that mean?
Place.
Yeah, place or area in this case. And here they are talking about food and play area, okay? What? Wireless connection. Wireless connection like Wi-Fi, okay? Anything else? Okay, so that's it. Yeah? Okay, good. Hello. Just read tracks 17 and 18 for a couple of times. Then we'll move on to the next one. We can do that later, guys. Now let's move on to the next part first, okay? And then you will take your time to read them later. Now let's move on to speaking part 2. Exam information. Here, guys, you speak for between 1 and 2 minutes on the topic the examiner gives you. You have 1 minute to think and write some notes before you speak. Okay? That is for speaking part 2. Now exercise 1, work in pairs. Read the task below. 1, underline the key ideas, and 2, decide what tenses you will need. Now just read that speaking task and underline all the keywords. Do it, guys. Yeah, Hung, can you please read the task? Describe a journey. Read the whole thing. Yes, okay. Now please underline all the keywords there. Do it. Phúc and Sub, you need to just practice again, okay? Because the more you speak, the better. Now guys, tell me, what should we underline here?
We underline the first sentence. We underline in from transport and why.
The first line. Now look at the first line. Describe a journey. That is the most important thing. Okay, that is the most important sentence there, because that's the main question. Describe a journey you made in the past that you remember well. Okay, what should we underline there? Journey. Yes, you can underline journey. That's the keyword. What else? Yes, in the past. Yes, remember the journey in the past, not in the future, not now. Okay, in the past. Okay, that's it. So for the first sentence, you just need to underline that journey in the past. 2 things. Now the next one. We don't need to say, we don't need to underline you remember well, no. Of course you must remember that, and then you can tell it again, okay? If you forgot all about that, how can you describe it again, right? We don't care about it. Now you should say, now the first one, what form of transport you use and why? So what should we underline here?
Transport and why.
Yeah, transport. Transport. We don't need to underline why. Do you know why?
Because you need to do it.
Yes, because you have to do it. That's a must, right? Every time, remember, every time you do or you say anything, you have to explain. Even if they say why or they don't say it, you still have to describe, right? You have to say, you have to explain your reasons, right? For example, like what form of transport you use? Oh, I use a car, I use a motorbike, I use an airplane or something. Why? Why did you do that? Okay? Always explain. Give reasons for your answers. And you can come up with some examples as well. Okay? If you have some real examples, then just say it. If you don't, maybe just come up with some. Yeah? So number one, what form of transport you use and why? So the most important thing here, or the most important words here, just transport. Okay, only one word, transport. That should be enough. Now number two, who you travel with. So what should we underline here? Yes, who travel with, or just travel with. Okay, travel with. Who you travel with. Right, so travel with, you should underline that. Now the last one, what was good and bad about it? Okay, this one is interesting. What should we underline?
Good, bad.
Yes, good, bad, two things. Underline that, guys. Good, bad. Because they ask you what was good and bad about it, then you must describe both of them. Okay? Lastly, and explain why you remember the trip so well. Yeah, remember trip. Or you can underline like why remember trip. Okay? Why remember trip? Again, they ask for the reason. Okay, guys, now before you do this, I just want to emphasize one thing. The most important sentence here, or the most important question here is which one?
In past.
Yes, the first one. The first one. Even if you don't read the rest, you still have to remember the first one. You don't remember anything below that, you still have to remember the first one. That's the key thing. Describe a journey you made in the past that you remember well. Now guys, for all of the questions below that, what forms of transport you use and why, who you travel with, what was good and bad about it, explain why you travel, why you remember the trip so well. All those 4 questions, they are there to help you, to support you. You can choose to answer them all, or you don't need to answer any one of them. Doesn't really matter. You understand? But the most important thing, that is the first one. But normally when you answer that kind of question, normally you will go through all those 4. So those 4 questions, they are there just to help you. They are there to help you. So you can answer them or you don't need to answer them, doesn't really matter. But of course, normally when you talk about a journey, what kind of things can you talk about? Of course, you have to talk about the place where you went to, okay? And then you have to talk about the kind of transport and what you see. Something like that, right? Or what was good about that one, what you like about. What was good about is something like you like or you don't like, right? What was good, so that what you liked, and what was bad about it, I mean what you didn't like. So that's very normal, right? Very common. So these 4, guys, so here's the tip. If you answer all of these 4 questions, and each one of them you spend around how long?
1 to 2 minutes.
No, you have 4 questions here. I'm asking for each question here, how long should you spend here? For each one of them?
5 seconds.
5 seconds? No.
20 to 30 seconds.
Yes, around 20 to 30 seconds, right? Because remember, like if you answer like one question for 30 seconds, then 4 of them will take you 2 minutes, right? Of course, you don't need to kind of, for each one of them, you just don't need to just say exactly 30 seconds for each one of them. No, because for some questions, you might have more ideas compared with the others, right? So maybe some of them you can use like 30 seconds, the other one you can use just 15 seconds, the other one 25 seconds, doesn't really matter. But if, as long as you can somehow, you know, manage that kind of time for each particular question, then you can speak within 1 to 2 minutes, no problem at all. Got it? But don't just say it within 5 seconds or something, okay? Don't answer anything within 5 seconds. Too short. For example, like who you travel with? Oh, I travel with my parents. Why? Because I like it. 5 seconds. The hell is that? Okay, you cannot pass IELTS with that. You have to come up with something. Always something. Okay? And remember to answer those, if you get stuck somewhere, remember like 6 common questions. Who, what, where, when, why, how. You just answer all of those things and then I'm sure you can speak more than 2 minutes. But the maximum, but the time here is only 2 minutes. Okay? As long as you reach 2 minutes, normally the examiner will stop you.
What about 2.1 second?
Yeah, they will stop you.
Why?
Okay, guys? Okay, later on we will practice doing this, yeah? Now let's move on to exercise 2. Phúc, read that.
Complete the notes in the next column. Which key you should make for the points in the task in the exercise 1 by writing words from the box in the gaps, then listen to check your answers.
Yes. Complete the notes in the next column. So you see the next column there, right? And then what? Which Young Sun, I think there's a Korean name, so made for the points in the task in exercise 1 by writing words from the box in the gaps. Then listen to check your answers. So you have some words in the box there, and then you need to fill in the gaps. Okay? Now please do it. Sound focus. Alright, now tell me. Number 1. Okay. Number 2, sorry.
Not public transport.
Yeah, not public transport. 3, Duy Tân. Yeah, Chinese friend. 4, Quỳnh Anh. No. Difficult to reach. Okay? Saw places difficult to reach. Sub 5. Yeah, powerful engine. 6, Gia Hân. Free. I felt free. Okay? Now guys, look at this. This is kind of a sample note. Okay? That means that when you do this, normally the examiner would give you like around 1 minute to prepare. That means that you have exactly 1 minute just to write all the keywords you like. And normally your note should be something like this. You should not write any full sentences because you don't have enough time. Okay? You just write some keywords. For example, here they ask you 4 things, right? Transport. So you just write transport. And then you mention something, transport like motorbike, not new, and not public transport. You see? And then travel with Chinese friend, easy. And good and bad, you see? You write like that, good, bad, and then good like mad people, saw places, difficult to reach. Trip was cheap, something like that. Very short and straight to the point. Powerful engine, rain, heat, something like that. I think rain, heat should be something like the bad side of the journey. Okay, and remember, and last one, remember trip because I felt free. Okay, so this is what you should do in the exam as well. I'm not so sure whether you have enough time to write this much, but you should practice. Okay, right. What?
What does the last sentence mean?
The last sentence, I felt free. Okay, what does that mean? Remember trip because I felt free. What does that mean?
You feel happy, you feel more comfortable.
Yeah, I felt free. That means I felt happy, comfortable, relaxed, things like that. Okay? No stress. Something like that. Okay, anything else? Powerful engine. Do you understand powerful? What does that mean? Strong. Engine. If you're talking about car, you're talking about powerful car, I mean the car is very strong, you can drive very fast, things like that. Or the motorbike or something. I think that these two, they use motorbikes, yeah, they're using motorbike. They use motorbikes, yeah. Yes? Public transport, what does that mean?
Public transport?
Yeah.
Like a train, bus?
Yes. Public transport, that is not like private transport. Private transport like your own cars, your own motorbikes, something like that. Public transport, that means the transport which is used by the public, by many people in the society. So normally we are talking about buses, trains, taxis, what? Yeah, buses, yeah. Metros, planes. Yeah, but okay, yeah, fine. Okay? Yeah. Okay, guys. Here they say that listen and check your answers. Okay, let's listen. Track 19. Let's do it.
Track 19, Unit 3, Speaking, Exercise 2.
Well, I'm going to talk about a trip I made across Australia. The transport I used was a motorbike. It wasn't a new bike, it was, second hand, and I bought it because I wanted to see Australia. I didn't want to use public transport because I wanted to be independent. I had a month's holiday before I started my course, and I made a trip with a friend, a Chinese girl, because I was frightened of traveling alone. I met her at a language school where we studied English together. We traveled along the south coast and saw some of the desert. The good thing about the journey was that we met a lot of other people who were traveling. We went to places which are difficult to reach on public transport, and the trip was quite cheap. Also, the motorbike had quite a powerful engine, so it was fast and exciting. The bad things were the rain and the heat, because they made us tired. I have great memories of the trip because I felt really free. We could go where we liked. Also, we met some very friendly people and we saw a lot of interesting places. I still have friends who I made during the trip. In all, I think it was the best journey I've ever made.
Thank you.
Okay? Yeah. Independent. What does that mean?
Private.
What?
Like private.
Private?
Like you don't ask people to do it for you, but you do it by your own.
Yeah, independent kind of you do it by yourself. Yeah, you do things by yourself. Or yeah, it depends on the situation. We might translate it differently, but the meaning is something like that. Okay? Independent. How can we spell that?
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D.
I-N.
I-N-A.
Not A. D. And T. Yeah. Independent. Yeah? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Okay? Good. Now let's move on to the next one. We need to learn some of them and then we'll do the speaking ourselves. Yeah? Exercise 3. Which of the phrases below A-H from Yung Sun's talk did she use? Number 1, to introduce the talk, introduce new points, finish the talk. So, introduce the talk. She used G, well, I'm going to talk about, to introduce her talk. Okay? Now they're asking you, which of the phrases below A-H from Yung Sun's talk did she use to introduce the talk? How did she introduce the talk? By saying, gee, well, I'm going to talk about. Okay? The answer is G. And now, what did she use to introduce new points? Check that and write A, B, C, D, E or something there. And what did she use to finish the talk? Okay?
For one question, can we use 2 or 3?
Yeah, many of them, yes. Okay, now let's do it together. Introduce the talk. G, well, I'm going to talk about. Okay? Well, I'm going to talk about. So that's how you introduce the talk. Just say that I'm going to talk about a journey I made last year, last week. Just like that. Now, introduce new points. Let's go one by one. When I read A. Yes, I have great memories of the trip because, can we use that to introduce new points?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Yes, we can do that.
What?
We introduce new points like now she's going to talk about what? The reason. Okay? The reason. So you write A next to introduce new points. Now B, stop read that.
I made the trip with.
Yes, I made a trip with. Can we use that to introduce new points? Yes, I made a trip with my parents. So now after that she could say something about that trip with his or her parents. You understand? C, Hân. Yeah, I bought it because, so that's also to introduce new points, to introduce that something related to buying things. Okay? Well, actually, most of them she used to introduce new points. The bad things were, right? To introduce what? Yeah, the bad points, right? The bad side of the trip. Now, F, the good thing about the journey was? Yes, that's also about introducing new points. You introduce what?
Good things.
Yeah, good things about the trip. And H, the transport I used was? Can we use that as an introduction of a new point? Yes, to introduce about the transport she used, right? So the answers for number 2 includes A, B, C, E, F, H. Okay, A, B, C, E, F, H. Yeah, most of them already. Now number 3, finish the talk. What did she use? Yes. Oh yeah. Okay. My mistake. Yeah. D, right? Finish the talk. D, in all, I think. All right, guys. Why do we need to learn this? Because later, when you do this speaking task yourself, I want you to implement these phrases. For example, when you introduce when you start the speech, you can say like, okay, I am going to talk about something, and in the end, you should say something like, in all, I think that was a really good journey or a bad journey, something like that. Okay, normally we just talk about some positive things, right? And when you introduce new points, you have to use something like, oh, I made the trip with, I bought it because, okay? Try to use that, guys. Okay, just for practicing, you should use all of them. Okay? I want you to use all of them for your speech. Okay? Use them all. Okay? Right now, exercise 4. Work alone, make notes for the speaking task in exercise 1. Think about how you can use phrases similar to the ones in exercise 3 to introduce your talk, introduce new points, and finish the talk. Well, here they ask you to make notes for the speaking task in exercise 1. Okay? Now, first of all, guys, I want you to make a note just like this. You need to write about transport, travel with, good, bad. Remember trip because. Now do it. Do it, guys. Look at the instruction here. Look at the sample and then do it. Go. Go, 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 go. And remember, you can check the time. You only have 1 minute. Check it. Okay? Make sure you write everything within 1 minute. And you know how short it is. You don't have much time to do. Now, let's do it. I will use the stopwatch here. For you, over there, fast. You don't have much time.
Easy.
Okay, do it. Do it, guys. Write it. Small what? Boat. Yeah, just say boat. Small boat. Automatic boat. Like what? Just say automatic boat. Now, guys, make a note. Yeah. Where's your notebook? Nãy giờ hiểu tiếng Anh không vậy? Ủa anh hiểu tiếng các bạn bạn đi ta làm gì đi ta? Có học không? Tập đâu? Mấy ngày học ngữ tiếng Anh thôi. Bây giờ nói tiếng Anh nữa mà. Các bạn lấy tập ra bạn nói bây giờ thì bấm 1 phút cho các bạn viết ra, bạn viết nhanh lên, bạn làm sao vậy? Viết đâu trời? Đó, này thì học không có nói được viết nữa. Sẽ giấy làm gì? Đi vô.
Con sẽ ghé rồi.
Nhanh lên. Rồi, let's go. 1 minute. Go. Các bạn biết phải viết cái gì không vậy? Dùng tiếng Việt chút xíu nè. Các bạn biết phải viết gì không vậy? Nãy giờ nói quá trời mới hiểu gì vậy?
Transport.
Yes. You use this standpoint, you do exactly the same. You write transport and you write travel with, and all of them within 1 minute. Now let's go. Do it. All right, time's up. Look. 1 minute. Now show me what you got. Almost nothing. Almost nothing. Just a couple of things. Okay, you see that, guys? You see how short or how fast that is? Okay? You almost don't have much time. And I think this one is also too much for 1 minute. Okay? Unless you practice a lot, then you can write a lot of things. But normally I don't think you have enough time to write that much. Okay? You see how short, how fast it is? 1 minute. Just like that. You don't have enough time to write any full sentences or do anything crazy about that. You only can write some few keywords. That's it. See?
We have 1 time.
No, only 1 minute. Now work in pairs and take turns to give your talks. You should each try to speak for 2 minutes. Now you can practice doing that with your friends. And guys, I want you to use all of the phrases here. I have great memories of the trip because I made the trip with. I bought it because in all I think, something like that. Do it. Okay? Practice. Now, first of all, you can practice by yourself first, okay, and then you do it with your friends, and try to use all of the phrases there, okay? Do it fast. I will be back. Practice now. No. Yeah. Do it by yourself first, and then tell your friends. Finished, guys? Okay, now, all of you, tell me. We're done. Go. 2 minutes. Use all the phrases. Go.
I will tell you about a journey that I went with my family. In that Sunday, my parents went to go when TOEIC, and thank God we was my car although it is our car bus it was not public transport. It is good for me because I want independence and different atmosphere. The good thing about the unit was I can meet many people and make many new friends. We went swimming, flew in cattle and take off colorful sails. And I really like people atmosphere in here because it makes me comfortable. The bad thing was the souvenirs was expensive. Colorful one colorful sale cost $100,000 Vietnam, so it is very expensive for me. Moreover, it was about 1 hour. It made my clothes and my hair was wet. I have great memories of the trip because I feel peace after this day, and it is the first time I have saw the fish. So for me, it is the best experience I have ever tried.
Okay, thank you. The timeline is good. She could speak for 2 minutes. Okay, yeah, sometimes it's like you should stop here and there, but the timeline was good. I think the content was okay as well. You answered all of the questions, and you just get the reasons why, and you try to add something there to some points to support what you said. So that was good. The only thing you need to improve, a couple of things you need to improve. Of course, number 1, grammar. Okay, you still make a lot of grammar mistakes there. Number 2, your pronunciation. Okay, I guess your content was good, but I couldn't really understand around 50% of what you said. Okay. All right, now next. Stop, go. I'll check the time for you. Go.
The trip I want to tell you is the trip I went to Giao. The transport I use is car. It's a private transport. And I travel with my parents. The 6:30. The reason I remember the trip is because I feel free.
Okay, time. 1 minute and 18 seconds. You improved a little bit compared with last time, because last time you couldn't speak for even 1 minute. So today you improve a little, okay? So that's okay. But a couple things you can add there to improve even more. First of all, related to the content, you just answer some questions. You know, you didn't add too much. You know, maybe you can add some examples there. Okay, and try to give more explanations or reasons for something. Okay, and then you can talk a little bit more. For example, like who you travel with. You just said, like, oh, I travel with my parents. That's not enough. Okay. And also for the form of transport, you said that you use a car, but that's not enough, right? You have to say, okay, you use a kind of private transport, and that was a car. But then you have to explain, like, why did you use a car instead of public transport or something else? Why is that? So always think about the reasons so you can talk a little bit more. You understand? Think about that, and then you can improve next time. Yeah. Yeah, Hằng, go. Yeah, let's go. Go. One minute and 7 seconds. Yeah, it's okay for the first time. Okay, so this is the first time you do it, so it's okay. But there are some things you can do to improve. Okay, first of all, please speak louder. In fact, I couldn't hear. Okay, you got a sorrow. Okay, next time. Okay, because I couldn't hear you very well. Like I couldn't understand most of the part, maybe 60 or 70% I couldn't understand. Okay, and then I believe that you already answered all the questions there, and that's okay. Of course, you have to improve a lot in terms of grammar, and also you need to learn how to add some more content, probably giving more explanations and some examples. That would help. Okay. Yeah, and try to apply all of the phrases we have just learned. That will be very helpful. Okay? Yeah. Now, Phúc, your turn.
I'm going to talk about a journey I met in last year that I went to Đà with my school. I traveled with my friends and students in grade 8. We used the bus to travel from Ho Chi Minh City to Đà because the bus can have enough of place for all of us to travel. The good thing about it was we visit the Dalat market at night and we try a lot of new food. The second thing is that we play game outside with my teacher and with another class. Finally, we went camping outside and we had a great night with my friends. But however, the bad thing is the food tastes very terrible, and I didn't like it very much. And the bus went too fast, so I felt ill when I go back home. I remember the trip very well because I have a lot of memory with my friends and it made me feel happy.
Okay, that's really good. So 1 minute and 40 seconds. That's good. Yeah, and you improved quite a lot compared with last time. Okay, so this time you speak loud and clear, and the content is good. You already answer all the questions there. You understand what you got to say. Yeah, and yeah, and you use some phrases here. You try to apply some phrases here. That's also good. And yeah, just something you need to improve again. Just grammar and also just that. But most of the parts I can understand. Okay. Try to add some more things. Of course, when you continue with this, you learn how to use some kind of linking words, some phrases, how to add some adjectives and adverbs. Okay, and maybe make better organization of the answer. Okay, so that will help you to boost your mark. Okay. Linking word something like after that or next or then or something like that. Okay, and after that journey after that we went to this and that. Okay, something like that. Or in addition, moreover, furthermore, consequently, something like that. All right, guys, that's it for today.